Am I just fooling myself that she'll stop the pain? Living without her, I go insane. Feel the breath in my face.
Hey guys, KiwiSylveon, and welcome back to Seduce Me 2, the Demon War Damien's route. This might be the end. Woohoo! And yeah. Woo! Bloop! Bye! Let's see. As a line of incoming imps came into view, I glared and stopped, placing a hand over my chest and preparing to summon my guardian. Waves of energy pulsed around me before I jutted my hand out, forcing the familiar lavender and white mist to shoot out from my hands and slam itself onto the ground behind of me. As it cleared it for my animal guardian, he let a large battle roar and made the trees around us tremble in the sheer force of its voice. I could hear my incubus jump back at the sound, surprised to see me by summoning and stare in awe at the same time.
Huh? What is that?
However, I didn't care at the moment. All I could focus on were the imps that I had successfully stopped and intimidated with my animal. Move out of my way. I jutted my hand forward, pointing at the imps that were stunned from my animal strike, and commanded my animal forward. Go! On my command, the lion rushed forward, charging straight at one of the imps ahead of it and pouncing on it. As it landed, it was towards Heidi, looking at its chest open. On my command, the wolf? What the fuck? The lion rushed forward, beelining. Lion, wolf, do I have all three? Okay. Beelining toward one of the imps ahead of it and pouncing upon it. As it landed, it snapped its teeth around the neck of the imp, shaking him like a rag doll and ripping its throat open. I rushed forward, causing my incubus to follow behind me, as my animal continued to claw and bite through the imps in our path, uncaring if they were attacking or frozen, still in from fear. The more imps that fell, the more reinforcements became shell-shocked. Some managed to drive their weapons into my animals, causing me to flinch and reel back a bit from pain. But I pressed forward, knowing that I would be alright in the end. My animal pushed forward as well, animalistic in its carnage. The remaining imps began to yay! I didn't seem to mind, as they became happy targets for my animal to strike down as we rushed onward to the bathroom. My incubus displayed yay! My animal's carnage! Whee! Okay. By the time we reached the end of the forest, there were a slew of dead bodies behind us. I stood at the tree line, chanting and feeling waves of lost energy through my body. As my animal began to slowly fade away. Bye, lion! I watched my animal stare at me as I was asking if it had done well. I smiled and nodded slightly before it bowed its head and disappeared from sight, unable to retain its form any longer without my energy to fuel it. That was all I could do. Yay! And collapse.
Whoa! I got you. Are you okay?
Your mouth's not moving. Yes, I'm okay. Huh? Hi. I'm fine. I promise to protect you like you protect me. Damien smiled softly and hugged me to him, pressing his head into my shoulder.
I love you so much.
Aww. Yay. He lifted me up.
Will you be okay?
Yep. Let's go finish this, bitch. The castle halls were grim and dark, sending shivers through me as a fly decided to fly by me. As Damien and I ran through them towards the sound of battle. All across the ground were bodies of slaughtered imps and shoulders, most likely dead by Diana's hand. Yeah, good choice. As we finally arrived to the throne room, Damien held out his arms to stop me and protect me from the battle waging within. Hi! And the Demon Lord were in some sort of electric energy gen lock with a bolt of red energy streaming out of the Demon Lord's hand, lighting with a purple flame that came from Diana's. The two energies pushed against one another. Letting in their violent crash and each stream of energy to obtain dominance over the other. The Demon Lord and Diana were equally matched.
Give up, succubus! This world will bow to me!
Over my dead body!
That can be arranged!
Burst of red energy pulse around the Demon Lord's body.
That can be arranged!
Just fighting with both lightning and the deadlock, Diana stepped back from sheer force. Despite this, Diana pushed back, regaining her momentum and ground. Damien and I remained still and quiet, watching the bout. Damien was meant to be backup in case something happened to Diana, and thankfully she didn't necessarily need help for now. Or at least it didn't look like it. Maybe Damien wouldn't have to step in at all. Diana shut her eyes and seemed to focus her energy. Large black and purple flames slowly crawling around her body in a threatening aura as power behind her energy stream increasing and pushed back hard against the Demon Lord. As Diana opened her eyes, I guess they revealed themselves to be completely covered in gold. Oh, fuck. For a moment, the Demon Lord seemed to struggle, maintaining its place. Stepping back and trying to remain upright while at the hard push Diana along his way. However, as he turned his body, the Demon Lord spotted me and Damien at the entrance of the hall, and a smirk grew on his face.
Ah, uninvited guests!
Diana suddenly turned her head our way, surprised at the acknowledgement, which caused her momentum to falter a bit. Taking the chance, the Demon Lord released another pulse of energy at Diana, forcing her to bend back a bit and come more on her feet. As I returned to the normal, as she raised her other hand to assist in the stream of energy from her end of the deadlock. Attempting to push forward again and regain her place, the Demon Lord, however, laughed.
It's useless!
Final twist, the Demon Lord let out an angry snarl and forced his energy forward, letting Diana slam back against the pool and lose them in the attack. Smirking evilly, the Demon Lord took the chance to start a perfect lightning at Diana. He left the Demon Lord. Ah! Diana! Damien growled a step forward, but through her torture, Diana turned her head and glared hard at Damien, making him freeze in place.
Not your turn!
Diana, you seem to be getting electrocuted. What are you always gonna be when you're dead? Despite being covered in red, simply bolt of lightning, Diana began to focus her energy again. She formed a deep purple aura around her back. You are so tired. Only the Demon Lord has time to around and do damage. With a breath, Diana let her energy pulse out, dissolving the Demon Lord's attack, and shot a burst of purple flames in retaliation. The flames slammed themselves into the Demon Lord's chest, punting him back toward the pillar of the opposite of hers. I could see the light in Diana's eyes flicker from blood red to gold as she locked eyes with the Demon Lord. Something began to burn beneath her murderous gaze, as if her simple stare was powerful enough to burn through the most courageous of heart. However, the smirk that fate plastered on the Demon Lord's face made my body shiver at the sight. He was nowhere near fazed from Diana's glare. In fact, he seemed to find it amusing from the look in his eyes.
So, the Rebel Queen is protecting the mistake. How pathetic.
The only mistake that lives in this world is you.
True. The echoes of the Demon Lord's laughter bounced through the hall with an unforgiving reverb, fading my ears and pounding against my mind. I feel his dark energy pass through his voice and shake my shoulders. Gold. This wasn't a nightmare or a vision. The Demon Lord was right in front of me, and his presence was terrifying. Diana and the Demon Lord began to circle one another, with Diana moving to stand in front of us, while the Demon Lord positioned himself in front of his throne at the foot of the dais. However, I could feel the anxiousness in Damien's arms as I held it to me, keeping him in place. He wanted to fight the Demon Lord, but Diana wasn't letting him, and it was bothering him to no end.
Let me help.
I don't need help.
With that answer, Diana sprinted forward, summoning her wings and shooting herself like a bullet towards the Demon Lord. As she passed the midpoint of the room, Diana formed her saber in her hands and swung it at the Demon Lord. To her disgust, the Demon Lord parried with ease with the contact, knocking her saber back and seeing it get a slice of her. The battle became a quick slam, dodges and parries from the Demon Lord and Diana. The sound of steel clanging violently in the air. It became a challenge to keep Damien near me. I could feel the anger and need for battle in his tense muscle, ushering me to squeeze and pull him toward me cautiously. He obeyed, but who knew how long he would. What caused me to look away from Damien was the sound of Diana crying out in pain.
Ah!
I watched as Diana's body flew across the room and slammed itself into the nearby wall, part of the balcony above it collapsing and crumbling on top of her. I could almost hear bones breaking from the rocks that had fallen on her. Diana, no! I could see Diana digging her way through the rubble, her hand clawing out of an opening as if to pull herself out. However, Damien took that chance to march towards the Demon Lord, ready to take up the fight. Seeing his new opponent, the Demon Lord chuckled darkly and brandished his sword, pointing at Damien in a taunt.
So, you've come to try and stop me? You're as foolish as I remember!
You know nothing about me.
I may not, but I remember all about your mother.
Oh, fuck you. You bring the mother into this. That sparked the flare in Damien's rage. Damien swiped his hand into his pocket and pulled out the gem Diana had given him. And the grip he had it on it, I was surprised it didn't smash between his fingers. However, before Damien could step forward, a flash of purple zipped across the room and slammed into the Demon Lord's body, shoving him into a pillar, successfully destroying it with his body.
Blah! I'm not done with you yet!
Yay! Thank you! Now, can I go get Damien, please? The room began to slowly shape into the reflection of my nightmare, with rubble and stone littered on the ground. Diana floated on the air with her wings, but I could tell that her leg and at least a rib was broken, making her curl over herself from the pain. Diana kept glaring at the Demon Lord, however, gritting her teeth through the pain and forming her saber once again in her hand. As only a couple fingers and her thumb managed to wrap around the handle, I could tell then that her hand was also injured.
You'll have to kill me first before I let you get away.
To see Diana continue to fight was remarkable, but I knew very well that she wasn't going to last long. One more avalanche of rubble on her would end her. The Demon Lord rose from the pile of stone that had fallen on him, grinning despite the blood rushing down his forehead.
Then let me finish the job!
With a cackle, the Demon Lord let his hands his pulse around him, making the rubble around the pressure beneath his disintegrate. Before he lunged forward and slammed his hand up into hers, shooting them both towards the opposite end of the throne room. Diana and the Demon Lord returned to their clashing of steel as Damien only fumed at the bout. My instincts screamed at me to pull him back and calm him down, but was I in a place to stop him? Calm him down, duh. Wait. I don't think it matters. Calm him down first, he'll get his chance. I had to force Damien to accept Diana handling the fight. If he interfered, then Diana might just attack him as well, just from her adrenaline rush. I grabbed Damien's hand and pulled him back to me, needing to set him straight. As he looked at me, I could see the need for revenge burning in his eyes. I instinctively felt bad, but I knew better than to let him rampage. Come on! I insisted and pulled Damien back towards the entrance of the hall, giving Diana and the Demon Lord space to fight. Damien reluctantly followed, not allowing the anger in his eyes to die as he stared and pinned his gaze onto the fight. The battle intensified as we settled back into our place. Diana seemed to match equally to her opponent as the fight waged violently between them. Red lightning and purple flames sparked between their weapons, lighting the room like fireworks. As Diana's sabers flew out of her hands and clattered to the floor, she brought her arms up too, and, my surprise, began to use her forehand arms to defend herself from the Demon Lord's blade. How it was possible, I would never know. But the blade merely clanged against the purple taint on Diana's skin, like she was wearing some form of armor, or perhaps her demon markings protected her. Regardless, Diana defended herself as much as she could until she was met with a kick to the chest, sending her flying back into another pillar and breaking it apart with her body. Her body was completely covered by rubble, moving and unwavering from the hit. Diana! Now you go, Damien. Go for. The Damien Heidi looked to Damien, tongue darting out to lick his blade as he smelled spew.
Your turn, mistake.
Damien snarled as he finally settled himself, ready to take on his father, not only for the world and for his mother, but for Diana as well. Damien's body pulsed and caused him to keel over slightly from the burst of power in his chest. With this, Damien growled and his body began to shift. His clothes slowly vanished, and black markings began to crawl across Damien's skin. Oh shit. That face? You know when you fuck up, you can get that face. As Damien's horns reformed around his head, the air began to shift to one extreme cold. Something about Damien began to pulse with dark energy, one I had not seen from him even before he lost his power. As Damien finally locked eyes with the Demon Lord, a flash of black washed over his gaze, saying a vibration that fear down my back. Oh god.
Let's
Hello.
end this.
Hello.
Let's end this. Let's end this.
And like I say, BAM! He pissed. In show of power, the Demon Lord had all snarl and charged forward with his sword. Damien, however, summoned a large, invisible burst of energy, pushing the Demon Lord back. The Demon Lord fell back and tumbled back up onto his feet after skating across the marble with a snarl. I had to cover my face with my hands to block the gusts of wind that followed. I almost feel myself slide across the floor on my heels from the wave. Damien was billowing with energy, and it definitely showed. With a look of cold thirst for murder in his eyes, Damien lifted his head and raised his arms to his side. In a similar fashion to the succubus before him, the black markings on Damien began to twist and turn, slowly pulling themselves off of his skin and forming a set of wings. He's a bat! Bat Damien! Staring at them, they were surprisingly much larger than Diana's. They shuddered and flapped themselves through the air, pushing gusts of wind towards them forward in a taunting gesture of the Demon Lord. As the Demon Lord began to stand, Damien brought his hands in front of him and formed a large rod of black mist in his hands. It quickly solidified in his grip and began to gleam brightly as one end began to protrude and curve into the end of a scythe. Yeah, you're fucked. Bye! I knew that the gem would intensify Damien's power, but just how much did it strengthen? The Demon Lord measured Damien with his eyes, glaring hard and gripping his sword tighter in both anger and a dash of surprise.
How did you get this much power?
I don't answer to scum like you.
With that reply, Damien swooped forward and swung his scythe back to reap through the Demon Lord like a grim reaper. Despite the Demon Lord being able to parry the attack with his blade, the Demon Lord found himself skidding across the floor from the force of Damien's attack. Damien became relentless and continued to swing and slam his scythe blade into the Demon Lord's sword. The heavy slamming of steel beating on steel boomed through the room as Damien finally began to push the Demon Lord back towards his throne. Get on that chair and sit there, dead guy. Finally, the Demon Lord was knocked back onto his throne, stunned momentarily as Damien pulled his scythe back, ready to decapitate his enemy once and for all. Unfortunately, the blade was met with the Demon Lord's sword at the last minute, making me grimace in aggravation. I wanted this to end. I wanted the Demon Lord to fall already. This dance of death had gone on for long enough, and there was no reason for this battle to prolong itself any further. The Demon Lord was clinging to the last moments, and every part of me wished he would give up. Damien was more powerful. This fight would eventually be over. Damien pressed his body into his sight, pushing against the Demon Lord.
Give up.
Trying to scare me, boy? Let me show you how it's done!
Distracted by the deadlock, Damien was suddenly kicked back through the air, sent tumbling in surprise as the Demon Lord rose back onto his feet and locked eyes with me. A wave of fear shot through me as I was locked, frozen in place. Ah, fuck. I attempted to break free, mentally commanding every part of my body to move or to do something to stop him, but no muscle in my body obeyed. Oh shit. Damien quickly tumbled back onto his feet, burning his gaze into the Demon Lord before looking back to me and seeing what he was doing to me.
Be glad, boy! I'm setting her free from the demon world!
Wait, what? With a statistical howl, a red bolt of lightning rammed itself into the ceiling, causing a large rock above me to shatter off and fall off of the structure and plummet towards me. Ah, fuck.
Look out!
The boulder quickly impacted my back. It wasn't heavy enough to completely crush me against the marble, but I could tell that I had broken a rib or two. Oh! However, I felt a body press against me, bearing the boulder from completely smashing me beneath it. All I kept seeing was your face, wincing at the pain now embedded in your shoulder and arms. Diana? Despite being battered and bloody, Diana gripped the boulder, pressing most of its weight off of me and taking it on herself, making sure my injuries were limited to just broken bones. Diana groaned and pushed the boulder off of us at last, releasing a pained huff of air as she looked at me with concern.
Are you alright?
No, my ribs hurt. I could only nod, astonished at the turn of events. Diana was alive? How was that possible? Staring at her, I could tell she was near death's door, but she wasn't going to go down without the Demon Lord going down first. Her wings were pressed hard against her back, seemingly broken, but as she lifted back up, a hum of purple energy rushed through Diana's body and forced her wings to flex out, snapping them into place once more.
This battle isn't over. Not by a long shot.
A pair of us looked at the Demon Lord, seeing him emotionally seethe at the sight of us.
You just don't know when to die, do you?
Nope. Neither of us do, really. Diana smirked a step forward, holding out her hand back towards me and forming a large purple barrier around me. Thank you.
We've got unfinished business to take care of first. Right, Damien?
With a negative nod, Damien stood, gripping his tight, while Diana formed her saber in her hand, materializing a wrap around her hand and the handle to keep it in her grip.
It's over, you bastard.
The bastard calling the Demon Lord a bastard. Haha. Fuck you. Bearing his teeth, the Demon Lord gripped his sword and stepped down from the dais to meet Damien and Diana halfway.
I will slaughter you both!
Good luck, bitch. Bye. A violent shudder ran up my spine as right before Damien and Diana bolted forward, slamming their weapons into the Demon Lord, carrying his sword. At the collision, bright flash of red, purple, and black energy sparked and lit the room like a large firework. Just don't set the room on fire, please. I moved to the edge of the barrier, trying to watch from the safety of the spell around me. As Damien and Diana slowly began to beat down the Demon Lord's defenses, the spark between their flashing, blinding the Demon Lord. No amount of bravado could save the Demon Lord now. The room slowly began to crumble just from the heavy sound waves of their fighting, causing rock upon rubble to fall upon the marble like hail. This time, Damien was nowhere near defenseless. Damien would escape with me, and the Demon Lord would die here alone. I felt confident when me at the idea. Damien could do this. Tired of the steel battle, Diana swooped around the Demon Lord and slashed at the back of his knees, pushing him to fall forward and drop his sword from the impact.
Enough! End this!
Without a breath of mercy, Damien raised the sight back, taking aim at his target.
Goodbye, Father.
A flash of black energy swept the room as Damien swung his sight down and through the neck of the Demon Lord. For a moment, nothing seemed to have occurred. It wasn't until a large open line appeared on the Demon Lord's neck and his eyes began to glaze over that I realized what had happened. An ankle cut, not perfect by any means. The Demon Lord's head slid off of his shoulders and tumbled onto the marble floor, rolling until it stopped on the edge of one of his horns. From his newly opened neck, black and red blood began to gush out and drain the body as it fell forward. The sound of his body hitting the ground echoed through the chamber, solidifying the death of his father. The battle had been won at last. I could finally breathe. The realization of the entire event coursed through me like a wave as a weight lifted itself from my heart. The curse, I knew then, had been lifted at last. I was free to go home. Yay! I began drowning in my feelings of joy and relief, happy that it was over. It was all over and being overwhelmed by everything that happened. As the sight beside me faded alongside the barrier around me. Wait, we had a sight beside us? Aw, fuck. Damien slowly turned to face me, hearing my slowly growing cries of joy. It was almost overwhelming. We won. We really won. Damien slowly started to walk towards me, his form fading from the demon he got the chance to be and the human he actually was. His clothes slowly materialized around his body, but the bruises and soot of the battle remained as a reminder of what had happened. Just looking into his eyes, I could see the satisfaction of his deeds blossom in his gaze. He stared at me, happy to see me, and I felt myself grin from ear to ear at him. I wasn't being pulled away from him, nor was he dead. Damien and I were together, and we were okay. Finally, Diana, holy fuck. Damien finally stopped in front of me and wrapped his arms around me, letting me everything sink in within my embrace as I buried my face in his shoulders. I was tired of seeing the death around me now. All I wanted was to go home. You did it, Damien.
Yeah. We can go home now.
Yay! I looked up at him, feeling the ache of the loss of adrenaline in my system coursed through me as I clung to him. The war for us was over. At last. Diana, however, collapsed onto the ground of the dais at the throne, panting for air as she stared at the pair of us in exhaustion. Before she could finish her sentence, Nana's eyes rolled back into the back of her head as she completely passed out into the ground. In a back rush, I thrust my hand out towards her. Settle! In a flash of light, Settle's form materialized and looked around, surprised at the summoning. As his eyes landed on the passed-out Diana, he slammed down onto his knees and cradled her in his arms. Relieved to see her breathing, he hugged her to his chest, giving her his energy. I clung to Damien, now mentally wiped out. Who knew the end of a battle was so exhausting? I had fought with the Lisette once before, but it was nowhere near as intense as this fight was. Not by a long shot. I don't know, that fight with Lisette is kinda powerful. Considering you turned into pretty much a she-demon. Amy and I looked at each other, both of us feeling the lack of energy from the battle attempt to consume our bodies before leaning into one another for a well-deserved rest. One thing was for certain. This chapter of my story had come to an end. It was over. Yay! The war was finally over. Woo! Follow her, 'cause, yeah, why not? It's the same thing. It was good to see you, though. No. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Might as well do that again. Hugging!
The entire world, Zero. as Diana became one of the other rebel leaders supported her, eventually changing the caste system of the world, and slowly Diana had her suspicion. And I believe that is Damien and you, both completely human now, return home and set up once more for your wedding. Take 2. Huh? How do I know?
Yay! It took a while to get everything back in order, but with the help of Damien's brothers and their wives, we're finally having the wedding Damien and I dreamed of. Everything was organized to the T and was indeed perfect. The revels of the ceremony and reception still shook through me even through the honeymoon. It was so unreal. I was married to the love of my life, and we were about to live our lives together forever. Yay! Our lives escalated to new heights after we officially became husband and wife. Damien finally settled on what he wanted to do, dedicating himself to writing small stories for children. Reading to him became a passion, drawing him towards teaching children to learn before they had gotten older. It was beautiful to say the least. Yay! Let's see. After all, Damien was dedicated to his work and goal. Woo! While the struggle wasn't rough, Damien was finally able to realize his dream of being human. Even more so, he was able to take down his father and gain revenge not only for his mother, but for what the Demon Lord had done to him as a child. I was so proud of him, even more proud to count mine. This change affected both of us, and who knew what the future had in store now. So, yay! Aw, the cat stopped eating. I sat in bed, waiting for Damien to return from his visit to the Anderson Toys Company. He wanted to pitch his next book idea to his brother and hopefully get some funding for art and publishing, but I had high hopes for it regardless. It was boring, however, just waiting. I lit a sigh and slid off the bed, standing and stretching. What to do? I began to let my feet guide me through the house, wanting something to take my attention. As I let my mind wander, I couldn't help but remember the secret alcove the house had, where Damien confessed his love for me. I wondered, was it still there? I walked through my memory, trying to find the secret passage once again. With my luck, I managed to find it, then walked through it, leaving the passageway open for Damien to find me later in case I stuck around in the spring for long. I walked through the dark passage and eventually entered the magical space my grandfather had created for the mansion, hiding a beautiful hot spring. The steam was just as heavy as it was when I was last in this space, making me smile a little and relax inside. A moment in the spring was well worth everything I had gone through. I stripped down and slowly eased myself in the spring, feeling the water slowly drain my aches and stress away from the lower I slid myself. As I finally sat down, another sigh couldn't stop itself from escaping me, taking in the fresh air and the slight hint of flowers emanating from the air. My thoughts simply melted away, letting me simply sit back against the edge of the spring and indulge in the warmth around my body. The only thing that would have made the experience perfect was Damien beside me to cuddle against. As if fate answered my selfish prayer, my thoughts were broken by the sound of slowly approaching footsteps, making me look over with a smile as I spotted familiar purple and blue eyes.
Hey, enjoying the spring?
Damien slowly began to walk towards me, stripping out of his clothes and joining me as I smiled and nodded, laying back against the edge of the spring lazily. The water is so good. You're missing out. Aww, hugging. Damien chuckled before finally joining me, sitting beside me and wrapping his arms around me. I giggled in return, nuzzling into his shoulder and chest. The water may have been warm, but feeling Damien against me made me feel just right. Damien nuzzled my head with his and kissed over my shoulder gently. How was that meeting with James?
It went good. I got the funding.
Yay! I pulled away, suddenly excited for Damien. He grinned at me, nodding and affirming his words with a happy expression. That's awesome! Congratulations! Damien laughed and gently kissed me before pulling me into a hug, wrapping his arms fully around me and holding me close. I cuddled into his embrace, waves of joy emanating from us. This was the start of Damien's future, and I would be standing beside him, eager to see him grow and become the successful person he wanted to be. Damien softly kissed my cheek and let out a sigh, relaxing his embrace but not letting me go.
You are such an inspiration to me.
One of these days we gotta go get you drunk again. Damien.
It's true. You've supported me and been with me ever since we met. You did everything to protect me and give me everything I could have ever wanted.
Oh, god damn it. Damien slightly pulled away and stared in my eyes, his own full of love and passion that glimmered in the light of the magically made moon above us.
How did I ever come to deserve you?
I smiled sweetly and cupped Damien's cheek, feeling him nuzzle into my palm as I kissed his cheek softly. I knew very well that our relationship came from us deserving each other. I loved him and he loved me. That was all that mattered in the end. I should be asking the same thing, but I know that we perfectly deserve each other. I felt that I was in some sort of blissful dream, staring into Damien's eyes as he became lost in mine. I love you, Damien.
I love you too.
I could stop myself from my smile from growing before leaning in and kissing Damien lovingly, letting him kiss back with the same amount of love and passion I had. Our lives would lead us to a blissful future, one full of adventure, joy, and endless waves of affection for one another. He obtained his dream, and I had attained mine. And that was my perfectly happily ever after. Woo! We did it! Did it! Woo! You proud of me, Velma? Proud of me? I did it. Now my phone is about to die and I don't have a charger anymore. Anyway, I just can't help it. I still have one more route to go through technically, and then it's completely done. Or will it? Dun dun dun. No, it's done. I don't want to go through the other one, but at the same time, it's like I have to for my brain's sake. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with this because it's so pretty. Look at Damien. He's such a cute little sugar cookie. He's a sweet cookie. Eventually, probably with the 100 baby challenge to get my brain away from all this. Anyway, I'm going to get some sleep now, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.